GCP data engineering. So in this video we will see the different options we have to export these logs to different other Google Cloud services like Google BigQuery or Google Cloud Storage and also PubSub. Okay. The first option what we will do, we'll try to create a bucket and then we'll create a sink and we'll try to export these logs. Okay. And then BigQuery will create a data set and we'll try to create a sink to export this log. In the third case, we'll try to we have already a PubSub topic created. We'll try to use that PubSub topic to export logs. Okay. So let us go to demo again. Here we have this logs router. Click on this logs router. Now I would like to export this log to my GCS bucket. Okay, but here already you can see there are two default buckets already created. So these are completely internal to Google Cloud Platform. By default, these are being created by Google Cloud Platform. They will try to export log information into these two buckets. But as a user, if you would like to have a separate bucket, you would like to export this log information by applying some filter, you can create a separate bucket, right? So we'll do that. Okay, go to Google Cloud Storage. Right here, create a bucket. Let me give log exports 1 2 3. Okay, now multi-region US. Continue. Let's create this bucket. Now we have this bucket, right? Now go to our this log router and click on create sink. Sink name, sink GCS. Okay, here sink destination you need to select cloud storage bucket because we are trying to export log to our storage bucket. So select this. So here if you would like to apply some filters, right, as let me go to my logging module, operations, logging. If you would like to apply some filter like this by selecting the resource BigQuery, right, then this is one filter. You can include this particular filter over here. Okay, right, so that you can restrict the logs to be exported to this particular destination, but I don't want to include any filter, that's why I am not giving any filter condition, right. Next, so let us keep the remaining option as it is. Let us create this sink. Then this will create a sink. Now we have starting up, you can see. So we have this sink is created to export log to a GCS bucket, and also there is one more step is required. Just whenever you create a sink, click on this view sink details. There will be one service account associated with this sink. Okay, you need to give a necessary GCS related IAM permission to this service account in order to export or allow this particular sink to export logs to this GCS bucket. Just copy this service account. Okay, now go to IAM. Right, so here you need to grant access to this particular service account. Okay, so it has to write logs to a GCS bucket, then it needs to have a GCS related IAM permissions, right. So storage object created, storage object created. Okay, would be enough, or else storage object admin is also fine, right. So let us give storage object admin, it would be better. Okay, then save, then it will start writing those logs into this GCS bucket. Okay, so basically when you are trying to export logs to a BigQuery or GCS bucket, it write those logs in batches. Maybe it will in every 1 hour. It will not be immediately available in the bucket immediately, right. So you will have to wait for 1 hour and then see, then those logs will be available into a GCS bucket or BigQuery dataset. But in case of Cloud PubSub, so whenever there is a log, immediately it will be published to a PubSub tag, almost real time. So there is no much delay actually, it almost runs in real time, right. So now we have created a sink to export logs to GCS bucket. In the same way, we will have to create a sink to write this log to a BigQuery dataset. So before doing that, first of all, let us create a dataset in the BigQuery to export these logs. Okay. So BigQuery, so create dataset name log exports US multi-region table experiment dataset. Okay. Now I would like to export my logs to this particular dataset. Go to the router, create sink, same way sink name export BQ, okay, into BQ, and then next you need to select BigQuery dataset, select the BigQuery dataset, log export, that's it, keep as it is, keep the remaining options as it is, and then click on create sink, then this should create that sink. Now go to the sink again, now you can see so you can see export BQ, this is the sink. So click on view sink details. Now this also has one more service account associated with this sink. You need to give necessary permission to this particular service account to export logs to a BigQuery dataset. So copy this. Okay. Now go to IAM, grant access. Right, and select the BigQuery role. So BigQuery data editor would be enough, right? Click on save. So whenever you create a sink, by default there is one service account created by a Google Cloud Platform itself, and you need to give a necessary permission to that service account. So if you are trying to write log to GCS bucket, you need to give GCS specific roles. If you are trying to export those logs into BigQuery dataset, you need to give that BigQuery specific roles. Okay. Now we have these things. So now you should see these logs after 1 hour, right? But for our demo, I have already created these two types of sinks already, right, 2 days back, and exported these logs into GCS bucket and also BigQuery. Now we'll see how those logs look like. Okay. Now go to the BigQuery. So this is the dataset where I exported my logs. You can see they will look like this. So activity and data access. Okay. So when you click on this data activity, right, you can see. So you need to specify only dataset while creating the sink. So automatically whenever this particular sink is trying to export logs to BigQuery dataset, it will create this table. This is the default name given by that particular sink. For activity and for data access, you can see this is a nested table, right. So click on preview. Due to some constraint we are not able to see. Now let us try to query this table. Okay. So it has almost 42 rows. Okay. Query this table in new tab. Run. Okay, there is no order. Let us remove this filter. Okay, now again there is some constraint. So, let us see this result in the JSON format. Okay, you can see it look like this only, right? Similar. Here same way, right? So, this is the log. So, like this it will export all these logs into BigQuery dataset in batches. So, what is the advantage you have once you have this log information into BigQuery? So, you can perform your analysis using SQL, right? You can write a SQL on top of this table. You can try to extract the required information, right, by using our nested and repeated function, SQL function available in the BigQuery, right. So, this is how it will be very much useful, and also you can build some dashboards to find our insights, right, from this data using, we have already Data Studio integrated with BigQuery. You can explore this data using Sheets or Data Studio at free of cost. Okay, this is a great advantage we have when you export your audit logs into BigQuery dataset or table. Okay, this is one option. In the next option, we do have GCS bucket where we have all these logs exported. Okay, go to Google Cloud Storage. Okay, I don't think so. We will have logs over here. It will take some time because it has been recently created. Go to buckets. So, I have exported my logs over here. This is the bucket which has been already created, and I try to export some logs. You can see there are so many logs exported by using GCS sync, right. You click on anything. So, we have data flow related, compute, right. So, Google audit logs. So, we are interested in audit logs, right. So, click on this data access. You can see the complexity, the hierarchy of this folder structure, right. So, we have log name over here, we have bucket, log name, right, and then we do have a year folder, we have month folder, we have date folder, right. So, like that it will create logs. So, JSON file, right, click on this, see, you can see this log, see how big it is. So, if you have to manually perform some analysis, it will be very difficult, and that is why you need to export these logs to the storage services like this, and then you can further process these logs using our data flow, right, or else you can use BigQuery SQL to perform your analysis. Okay. So, I hope you are clear. Now, in the third task or third case, we will try to export these logs into a PubSub topic. Okay. Now, go to the router, right, create a sink, right. So, now export PubSub. Okay. So, next select the service, you can see here is a PubSub topic. So, I have already few topics created. We will try to use one of the topic which is already available. I do not want to create a new topic. So, we have this receive data topic, right. Now, keep remaining option as it is default. Now, click on create. So, that it will export these logs to a PubSub topic over here. So, it is almost real time. So, it will not be done in batches, it will be done in stream, almost very near real time. Okay. Click on create sync, then it will create this sync. Go to log router, here we have this PubSub. So, click on details. Again we do have this service account associated, we need to give necessary permission to export this log to a PubSub topic, right. Now, go to the IAM, grant access, right. Go to here we do have PubSub. So, just give PubSub publisher would be enough, save. Okay, now we have the necessary permission given to this particular service account. 97305091. Okay, 5091. Yeah, now we have all the permission. Now whenever there is some event happening in the Google Cloud platform, like any transaction happening in the Google Cloud platform, that related information should be, or log information should be exported to this PubSub topic, because I haven't included any filter conditions. So whatever the logs are getting created should be exported to a PubSub topic. Now what we will do, we will perform some task over here, either in a BigQuery, and then we will immediately try to go to that PubSub topic and we will try to print that information or that log information. Okay. So for that, what we will do, so let me create some compute, right, virtual machine, compute VM. So there what I will do, I will try to deploy my subscriber Python program. So basically it subscribe to this particular topic where we are trying to export these logs, and then we will try to print that information. Okay. So let us go to compute VM environment. You can see I have already created one virtual machine for our demo purpose, but it has been in a disabled state. Let me enable it. So it has already this subscriber app deployed into this particular machine. Okay. Again, we don't have to do it, because I have already shown how to create this virtual machine, how to deploy our subscriber or publisher application into a virtual machine, how we can install the required dependencies into this virtual machine in my previous video. You can go to my previous video where we have a basic video related to PubSub's publisher and subscriber, right, using our Python client libraries. Okay. Now this has been enabled and running. So right, go to this machine, SSH this machine. It has access to this PubSub already. Click on SSH. Now we have this already subscriber Python script. Okay. You can see it has the subscription with this. We have this subscription already available, okay, to this particular topic, receive data. So go to our PubSub. Right, this is the topic we have. So go to subscription. So this is the subscription. Okay. So this subscription is subscribed to this particular topic. Right now we are trying to export our logs to this particular topic. So we have this subscription. Through that subscription we are trying to receive that log information, and we are trying to print using this particular Python program. Right. So right, let us try to run this program. So let's see what is this printing. Right, this is listening. You can see whatever the logs recently exported to that topic has been printed, it is receiving. Right. So but it is in a trimmed, it has trimmed that message. Since each log entry is very huge, it can't print that log, that entire log, right. It can trim that and it can print that. Okay. Now you try to run this program. So it will wait for, there is a sleep time, right, mentioned, like maybe 20 seconds or something. Then it will wait for the time and then it will come out. We don't have any log. In a trimmed version you can't see each and every log, right. So that's why you need to process these logs further for our further analysis, right. We can't directly perform any analysis on top of this. We need to extract only related information, which would be very helpful for our further analysis video. So thank you very much for watching this video.